Hello everyone, welcome to Math World. This video is to discuss Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4, which is the Extended Mathematics for May-June 2023, and the code is 0580/42. Okay, so let's move on to question number 1. Question number 1a, the diagram shows an isosceles triangle with the base extended. Find the value of x. Alright, since this is isosceles triangle means that these two angles will be the same. So I know that the total angle of a triangle is 180. Therefore, 180 degrees minus 42 degrees, it will be 138 degrees. And now, the total of these two angles is 138. Therefore, each angle is going to be divided by 2. Then you will be getting 69 degrees. So I know that this is going to be 69. Then now my x degrees, it will be 180 degrees because it is a straight line, right? The total angle of a straight line is 180 degrees. So you minus 69 degrees. Then at last, your x will be 111 degrees. Therefore, my x is 111. So that's the solution for 1a. Now for b, the diagram shows three lines meeting at a point. The ratio a to b to c is 3 to 4 to 5. Find the value of c. Okay, so value of c, the ratio is 5. Okay, 5 over the total here. It will be 3 plus 4 plus 5. This is a fraction for the angle of c. Okay, but then we have to know that, from the ratio you change to fraction, but then we know that one whole circle is basically 360 degrees. So you multiply with 360 degrees, then this is going to be, okay, c equals to 5 over 12 times 360 degrees. Therefore, you will be getting 150 degrees. So which means your c is 150. Okay, now part C, a regular pentagon has exterior angle D. A regular hexagon has interior angle H. Okay, now for your information, exterior angle, the formula is 360 degrees divided by n. Okay, that is the formula. Then interior angle, it will be n minus 2 over n times 180 degrees. Okay, so for the pentagon, so we know that pentagon means that it has 5 sides. That means n equals to 5. And then the exterior angle is D. So which means D equals to 360 degrees over 5. Okay, and now you need to find the fraction. So 360 degrees divided by 5, it is 72 degrees. Okay, then for the hexagon, so now hexagon means it is a polygon with n equals to 6. It is 6-sided polygon. Okay, which means now my H, interior angle H, equals to this formula, and replace the n by 6. So I'll get 6 minus 2 over 6 times 180 degrees. Therefore, H equals to 4 over 6 times 180 degrees. Then at last you will be getting 120 degrees. So now for the fraction D over H, it will be 72 degrees divided by 120 degrees. So at last you will be getting 3 over 5. So that's the fraction of this. Okay, so done for the C. Now D, show that PQRS is a cyclic quadrilateral. Alright, so from here, to show that PQRS, right, what is the meaning of cyclic quadrilateral? This means sum of opposite angles equals to 180 degrees. That means I have to show sum of these two 180 degrees, or sum of the opposite is 180 degrees, which means first of all I have to find out the x values. Okay, so then now from here I know that this is quadrilateral, that means the total angles is 360 degrees. So I just add up all the angles. So basically I can cancel all the degree sign. So here when I get the total, 1, 2, 1x plus 1x is 2x, 2x plus 2x, 4x, 4x plus 3x, 7x. That means I'm getting 7x. Okay, so for the degrees, the values itself, here will be plus 20 minus 5, which is plus 15. So plus 15, you minus 40. It will be minus 25. So I will write minus 25, that equals to 360 degrees. 360, because I cancel off all the degree sign. Right? That means now my 7x is going to be 360 plus 25. Then from here, my x is just the division of this total. This is going to be 385. So therefore my x is 385 divided by 7, which means this is 55. Okay, so now I need to show sum of the opposite angles here. Sum of opposite angles equals to 180. So now I have to show all, right? That means now my angle PSR, okay, PSR is x, so I will just write it down first. So angle PSR is x, which is 55 degrees. And then my angle PQR, okay, PQR is 3x minus 40. So angle PQR is 3x minus 40 degrees. That means this is going to be 3 times 55 minus 40, sorry, minus 40 is not minus 44. Okay, so minus 40. Then this is going to be 125 degrees. Okay, then angle SPQ, right? 2x minus 5. So angle SPQ is 2x minus 5 degrees. Therefore, when you replace the x by 55, okay, and do this calculation, this is going to be, okay, 2x minus 5. So here is going to be 105. Right? Then lastly, I calculate what is this? SRQ, x plus 20. SRQ is x plus 20 degrees. And now the x is 55. So 55 plus 20, it will be 75. Okay, so now I need to get the sum. So basically, I have found the opposite in the order. Okay, opposite angles in the order. So I will just add up first two angles and show that it's 180, and then last two angles is 180 because they are opposite angles. So angle PSR plus angle PQR, it will be 55 degrees plus 125 degrees. This is 180 degrees. Okay, then angle SPQ plus angle SRQ. So add up both, 105 plus 75. Again, you are getting 180. So you just write here, since sum of the opposite angles is 180, okay, hence it is a cyclic quadrilateral. Right, so that's the working of this question. Alright, so done for this question. And now let's move on to the next part. Okay, part C. The diagram shows a circle with radius 9. So OA is radius, OB also radius, with center O. The minor sector AOB is with sector angle 50 degrees is removed from the circle. Calculate the length of the major arc AB. That means it's here. Alright. So from here we need to know what is this angle. Alright. So arc length of major sector AB, the formula is, I need to know what is this angle. That means it's 360 degrees minus 50 degrees, okay, over 360 degrees. That means it's basically like this. Let's say this is the angle. This is the sector. This is R, this is theta. It will be theta over 360 degrees times 2 pi R. Okay, this is the arc length. Right, this is 0, the center. Then from here I need to times 2 pi R. So here is going to be, okay, so when you calculate the first one, it will be 15.5. Then you times, okay, I shouldn't write 15.5. I will just write down, I will just replace directly. So it will be, okay, times 2 pi. Pi is 3.142. The R is 9. Okay, because that's the formula. I will just direct calculate. Then from here, you will be getting 48.701. And now you round up, it will be 48.7. So this will be the arc length for the major arc. Okay, now for question number 2, Anya changes $830 into euros when the exchange rate is 1 euro equals to $1.16. He spends 500 euros. He then changes the remaining money back into dollars at the same exchange rate. Work out how much in dollars Anya receives. Okay, so now the remaining dollars, right? The remaining dollars equals to, I need to know how much he has spent, right? So initially he has $830. So now I minus whatever he has spent in dollars. So remember, 1 euro is $1.16. Therefore now he spent 500 euros. That means now it will be 500 euros times 1.16. So this is the amount that he has spent in dollars. So when I minus whatever he has spent, that will be the remaining dollars directly. So I will get $830 minus $580. Therefore, the remaining is $250. Okay, B. In 2021, Agnes earns $37,000. He spends $12,400 on bills in that year. Calculate the percentage of his earning he spends on bills. So percentage he spent on bills, it will be the amount that he spent on bills over the earning, okay, then times 100%. Then from here you can just simplify, cancel the 0, okay, here cancel the 0. Then now from here you will be getting 33.5%. So that is my solution. Now part 2, his earning of $37,000 increased by 3.2% in the next year. Calculate his earnings in 2022. So because of increase, right? Because of increase, we plus. So initially it was 100%. So now you plus with 3.2. So then over 100, because it's percentage, so must over 100. Then now you times with the original earning. Okay, then you will be getting the answer of 38184. Okay, then now that is your exact value. Okay, for C, Anil invests $3,500 in an account that pays a rate of 2.4% per annum compound interest. First part, calculate the total interest earned at the end of 5 years. So our formula is compound interest or compound amount. Okay, the formula is compound amount, which is A equals to P of 1 plus R over 100 N. So this N is how many years? This R is percent. The P is a principal value, which means the original value. So which means now, okay, my A is original value 3,500 times 1 plus the R is 2.4%. So that means the R is 2.4. But because of percent, you over 100. Okay, the N is 5. Right, then from here, you will be getting 3940.565. So this is the amount he gets, right, at the end of 5 years. But then now the question asking for total interest. This amount already include 3,500. Therefore, the total amount, total interest earned, it will be the total amount or compound amount 3940.65 minus the principal value 3,500. That will be the interest earned. So it will be 440.65, and now I round up to 3 significant figures. That is going to be 441. So that is our solution. Okay, now part 2. Find the number of complete years before Anil has at least 5,000 in this account. Right, so now use back the same formula. Okay, this is the formula, and then this will be the amount after n years, right? And now you need to find out how many complete years. At least 5,000 in the account, which means now I will just write 3,500 times 1 plus 2.4 over 100 degree n. That at least means greater equals to 5,000. Alright, so from here, firstly I will divide the whole inequality by 3,500. That means I will get, okay, 1 plus 2.4 over 100 degree n is greater equals to 5,000 over 3500. Then for the left hand side inside the bracket, I will just simplify it into 128 over 125. Okay, so when you calculate this, right, the total of these two numbers, it will be 128 over 125 degree n, then greater and equals to 10 over 7, because you can simplify, can cancel off the 0, and then 50 over 35, it will be 10 over 7. Now, to get the n, you take log both sides. Okay, so I will take log, natural log, and then we have a formula, log a power b. When the b is the power of a, you can just bring it down. Okay, so I can just bring down the n now. Then it will be n log 128 over 125 greater equals to log 10 over 7. So when you solve the inequality, you have to be careful. Now I'm going to divide the whole inequality by this value. Make sure it is positive. Otherwise, you have to change this inequality sign to less than equals to. Okay, so I know that log of this fraction, it will be positive because 128 over 125 is greater than 1. Therefore, now I will get n is greater equals to log 10 over 7 divided by log 128 over 125. Okay, then it is greater equals to 15.04. So I'm getting this now, but then the question asking for complete years. So you must get at least 15.04 years. So it's already exceeding 15 years. Therefore, the complete years is 16. Okay, so that's the solution for question 2 of this part. Now, next question, question number 3. So the diagram shows a right angle triangle ABC. Right angle means it is 90 degrees. Now, first part, the area of the triangle is 60 centimeters squared. Show this quadratic equation. So we know that the area of triangle is basically half times base. Okay, the base is 2x plus 5. So I just write bracket to show the times. So half times base times height. The height is x plus 3. Then equals to 60. Okay, because it's given there. Now, then I will just times the whole equation by 2. Therefore, I will get 2x plus 5 multiplied with x plus 3 equals to 120. And the next step is just do expansion. So when I do expansion, 2x times x, 2x squared. 2x times 3, 6x. 5x, 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 3, 15. Okay, then from here, move the 120 to the left side and combine second and third term. Then I will be getting 2x squared plus 11x. 15 minus 120, it will be 105, negative 105. And now to get this, okay, we get the form. Right, we already found the form. We already shown the form. Okay, so done for this part. Probably I will just write here. It will be easier. Okay, now part 2, solve by factorization of this. So for factorization, to get 2x squared, it will be 2x times x. Okay, now this is plus. Plus times minus is a minus. Therefore, I need to have these two signs in my third column. So 105, it can be 5 and 21. So in order to get a positive here, so I will have to write this is minus 5 because I need to get positive. So this the other one is plus 21. Then after that, you just multiply. Alright, so these two you multiply together, I will get negative 10x. And then when you multiply for the next value, it will be plus 21x. So your final answer, 2x times x, 2x squared. The middle one you always plus. Alright, so it will be minus 10x plus 21x, you get plus 11x. Then the third column you multiply, so it will be negative 105. So from here, I will get, now final answer, you need to cross multiply. Okay, cross multiply. That means I will get two factors. The first is x minus 5, and the second is 2x plus 21. So then you need to solve now. Solve means you have to find the x, right? So then if the product of two terms equals to 0, means one of them must be 0. So it means that either the first one is 5 or 2x equals to negative 21. Therefore, your x is negative 21 over 2. So you will get these two solutions. Now, next question. Calculate the angle ACB. Okay, let's go back to the triangle. ACB means this side. Okay, now, since we have found the x just now, right? So then you can just use opposite side and adjacent side, which is the tangent ACB, right, equals to opposite over adjacent. So now I have to calculate my sides first. So when x equals to 5, we know that even though you have found 2x, but the x cannot be negative, right? Now you look at here, if your x is negative 21 over 2, this is negative 10.5. So when you substitute this negative value into CA, right, that means negative 10.5 plus 3, you get a negative length, which is not possible. Therefore, our x must be 5. So from here, I know that my AC is x plus 3. So my AC is x plus 3. That means 5 plus 3, which is 8. Okay, then my AB is 2x plus 5. So AB is 2x plus 5. Therefore, 2 times 5 plus 5, you get 15. Now, I will use tangent angle ACB equals to AB over AC. Okay, opposite over adjacent. So, tangent angle ACB equals to AB over AC. Then now I will get 15 over 8. Then now my angle ACB, just move the tangent to the other side, it becomes inverse tangent 15 over 8. And now you will be getting 61.9 degrees. So that's the solution of this part 3. Okay, now B. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Triangle DEF has an area 93.75 centimeter squared. Find the size of the smallest angle of triangle DEF. Okay, triangle DEF is not given. Now let's look at here. Right, this is ABC. So then from here, I need to get the smallest angle. Right, so I have found here, and then I need to find what is ABC. So now angle ABC, it will be, for the triangle, the total angles is 180. So since here is 90 degrees, means that the total of these two angles must be another 90 degrees. So we have found ACB just now. Therefore, the angle ABC will be just 90 minus the ACB that we have just found. Okay, so I will just write it is 90 degrees minus the angle that we have just found, which is 61.9. So I minus 61.9. Then this is going to be 28.1. Okay, so now the angle of the, because this is similar, right? So the angle of the smallest and the size of the smallest angle of triangle DEF will be the same. So therefore 28.1. So the smallest angle of triangle DEF will be 28.1. Okay, now part 2, find the length of the shortest side of triangle DEF. Okay, now you are given similar angle, a similar triangle. Okay, you need to find the shortest side. So we know that we have to use the ratio, right? So hypotenuse is not the shortest side, it's the longest. So then just now we have found the x equals to 5. That means here just now I have found this is 8 and this side is 15. Okay, in the previous calculation, which is part 3. So obviously the shortest side is 8. Right? So now I'm going to use this together with the area, right? The given area to calculate the shortest side of the triangle DEF. So I will just write area of triangle DEF over area of triangle ABC equals to shortest side, right, of triangle DEF over shortest side of triangle ABC. So now since you need to find this, okay, the numerator, that means this shortest side of ABC will be moved up, alright, becomes times. So now the shortest side of triangle DEF equals to area of the triangle DEF. Area of triangle DEF 93.75. So I will just write 93.75 over area of triangle ABC we have found just now, or is given in the question. Okay, it's given. Area of triangle is 60. So I will just divide by 60. Okay, divide by 60. Then I multiply with the shortest side of triangle ABC. Shortest is 8. But then the formula, okay, I forgot. Because of area, this one should be squared. Right. Then here should be squared. So this is square. Alright. So when you calculate this, it will be 100. Therefore, the shortest side of triangle DEF, it will be square root of 100. Then you'll be getting 10. So that's the solution of this question. Right? Now, next question, number 4. The table shows information about the heights of 80 children. So now, first part, write down the interval containing the median. Okay, when 80 children, so you will just write, I need to get the, okay, 80 over 2. That is the position of the median. That means the height 40. Okay, the 40th height will be the median. So now I need to get the cumulative frequency. So cumulative frequency, I let it be capital F. So it means that here is 2. So now you plus. That is the accumulated frequency. So I get 15. Then you plus with 24. You will be getting 39. 39 plus 32, it will be 71. 71 plus 9, it will be 80. That's why given total 80 children. So now my median is the data number 40. Okay, so this class from 1.5 to 1.65, it will just up to children number 39 after you arrange. That means my median will be in the next class. Okay, so it will be 1.65 to 1.8. So that's the solution of this question. Now for the second part, calculate an estimate for the mean. So for the mean, we need to get the midpoints. Okay, so I have to draw a table then. Midpoints and then frequency. So now the midpoints is counted by getting average of the limits. So these two are called limits. So 1.2 plus 1.4 divided by 2, you get 1.3. Okay, so you plus together and divide by 2. Right, so same goes to the next one. 1.4 plus 1.5 divided by 2, you will be getting 1.45. Then 1.5 plus 1.65 divided by 2, that is 1.575. And then the third one, 1.65 plus 1.8 divided by 2, you will be getting 1.725. And lastly, 1.8 plus 1.9 divided by 2, that is 1.85. Then copy the F, frequency. Okay, now the mean is basically summation of frequency times midpoints over summation F. This is the M. This is the F. Alright, so basically you just multiply. That means now multiply and plus all together. That will be my numerator. So I will get 1.2 times 1.3 times 2 plus 1.45 times 13 plus 1.575 times 24 plus 1.725 times 32, and then followed by 1.85 multiplied with 9 over total F here will be 80. Okay, 80. So Therefore, from here, you will be getting 131.1 over 80, and at last, that is 1.63875. So that's your mean. Okay, so you can just copy this, or you can just round up to 4 decimal places, right? To 3 significant figures. So here I will just write 1.64. Okay, or this is the exact value. Probably you can just copy everything, right? Because for non-exact, then only you round up, but this is the exact value. Okay, so done for this question. Now, B, first part, one of these children is chosen as random. Calculate the probability that they have a height of 1.4 meters or less. Now, 1.4 meters or less means that it should be first group. Okay, so maximum is 1.4 meters. So, and there are 2 only. So 2 out of 80. So which means this is pH less equals to 1.4, which is 2 over 80. And I can simplify this into 1 over 40. That is my probability. Okay, part 2. 2 of the children are chosen. Okay, calculate the probability that both children are taller than 1.5 meters, but only one is taller than 1.8. Now, which means, okay, look at here. Both are taller than 1.5, but one taller than 1.8. So taller than 1.5, it will be all these groups. Okay, but then only one, wait, let me check. But only one of them is taller than 1.8. Okay, which means what to do is you have 2 children. Okay, 2 children. One is, both are more than 1.5. Okay, but only one is taller than 1.8. Right, according to the question. So which means another one must be less than 1.8. So means that for the first one, it will be 9 over 80. Okay, so I will say it's 9 over 80 times P 1.5 and 1.8. So it is 9 over 80 for the first. But then since you have chosen one, okay, so no more 80%, left 79. So then the next one is between 1.5 and 1.8. So 1.5 and 1.8 means these two groups. Right, so I have to plus these two. So 24 plus 32. So here it will be 24 plus 32. And now this is not complete because it does not mention which children is chosen first. That means you have to times 2. Okay, because maybe the first one is taller than 1.8 meters, or the second child is taller than 1.8. That's why you need to times 2. So from here, you will get 9 over 80 multiplied with 56 over 79. Then you times 2. So at last, you will be getting 63 over 395. So that's the probability of this part. Okay, now see, first part, complete the cumulative frequency table for the heights. So basically this cumulative frequency table, alright, we are referring to upper boundaries, upper class boundaries, all this, and then cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency basically I have found here, see. So just copy 2, 15, 39. 2 is given, therefore this is 15, 39, then followed by the other two values, 71 and 80. Okay, then now part 2 on the grid, draw the cumulative frequency graph. So now the axis already labeled, so less equals to 1.4, cumulative frequency is 2. So Now we know that the gap is 10 units, right? And shared by 5 squares. Each square represents 2 units. So it means that now to mark 2 on the vertical axis, I just need 1 square. And that is less equals to 1.4. So 1 square. And then we always start from 0, right? So how do I know it is at 1.2? Look at here. For the first class, we need to get the additional class. Look at here. The limits will be the same. Okay, that means the previous class will end at 1.2. Therefore, the upper class boundary for the previous class is 1.2. That's the reason I mark when h equals to 1.2. Oh, sorry, this is not 1.2. When h equals to 1.2, right, the cumulative frequency is 0. So it depends on your limits over here, right? 1.2. Okay, then the next one, just refer to the table and mark it. So where 1.5, you get 15. So 1.5, 15, here is 5, 12, 14, 15 is in the middle. Okay, next class, 1.65, 39. So 1.6. Okay, now from here, you can check. This is 0.1 unit divided by 10 squares. It will be 0.01 unit, right? So 1.65 means that you need another 5 units from 1.6, and then the vertical axis is 39. So 39, almost 40. So it is half of the squares here. Then 1.8, 71. So 1.8, exactly this line. 71 is here. Lastly, 1.9, 80. So 1.9, 80, 80 is the last point, highest point. So now we just need to join all these graphs. Okay, so when I join, just try your best to draw the smooth curve. Right, it should be a curve. It's not a straight line. Right, the shape should be in this. Alright, just try your best to draw a smooth curve. Okay, so now this is a graph. Okay, let me mark the points first. When 1.4, I get 2, so it should be here. Alright, now next part, use your diagram to find an estimate of the interquartile range. So we know that total children is 80, right? Interquartile range is basically Q3 minus Q1. So Q3 is 3/4 of 80. This is a position. So 3/4 of 80 is basically 60th theta. Then Q1 is 1/4 of total, which is 20th theta. So now I have to find out from the graph 20 and 60 for the total. Okay, let's say 60. Okay, so that means this is my Q3. So my Q3 is 1.74. And then my Q1 is at 20. So 20, right? Probably you can say it is in the middle, or probably I just take this value. Right, so this is Q1. So I will say that it is 51, 52, 53, 1.53. So it's all based on your drawing. Right, so now I will just minus both. So Q3 is 1.74, Q1 is 1.53. So the interquartile range, it will be minus the difference of these two values. Interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. Therefore, 1.74 minus 1.53. Then I will get 0.21. So that is my value based on my graph. Okay, now number 2, the 60th percentile. So the 60th percentile is basically 60 over 100 times 80th theta. Okay, this is the position. So from here, I will simplify, cancel all the zeros first, then I get 48. 6 times 8 is 48. Right, so theta 48 based on the graph. 48 here is here. So this is my 60th percentile. The value is 1.68 based on my graph. Okay, so I will just write 1.68. So that's all for this question. Okay, now question number 5a. A cone has base diameter 8 centimeter and the perpendicular height is 15. Calculate the volume of the cone. Okay, so this is the formula. Now the 8 is diameter. That means radius is diameter divided by 2, which is 4. Then just substitute into this formula to get the answer. Volume is 1 over 3. Pi is 3.142. Then you multiply with r squared. R is 4, squared it, times h is 15. Then from here, you will be getting the answer as 251.36 centimeter cube, and it is same as 251, correct to 3 significant figures. Now part 2, a label completely covers the curved surface area of the cone. Calculate the area of the label as the percentage of the total surface area of the cone. Okay, now because it's mentioned here, the label completely covers the curved surface area. So the curved surface area A with a radius r and the slanted height L is this. Okay, pi r L. So that means L is slanted height. So now I need to find out what is my L basically. So I will just draw a triangle. Here is 90 degrees. I know that the height is 15. Then here is 4. Okay, now I can get the L by using Pythagoras theorem. So I will just draw the triangle here first. This is 4. So the L is basically square root of 15 squared minus 4 squared. Then you will be getting, the L is Pythagoras, is the hypotenuse, so you have to plus. So it will be square root of 241. Okay, so now I need to find out what is my area of the surface, curved surface, right? It's mentioned here. So now my area, and now you need to find out the area as a percentage. So I will write down directly area of label over area of total surface area, okay, over total surface area, then I times 100%. That is what you need to calculate. So area of the label is basically pi RL. So pi, my R is still 4, and my L is square root 241. Then you divide by total surface area. Okay, total surface area of a cone, right? This is a cone. Okay, the formula is the curve area, right? This is a curve. So for cone, total surface area. Now look at the cone. This is the cone. It will be the total curve area, right? Total curve area, curve surface area, plus the circle, area of the circle. Okay, so from here, I will just copy the numerator. Then you plus area of circle is basically pi r squared. So pi, your r is still 4. So pi r squared, then you times 100%. Then from here, I can just cancel off the pi, okay, from numerator and denominator, and also cancel off the 4. So now from here, I will be getting square root of 241 over square root of 241 plus 4, then you times 100%. So at last, you will be getting 79.5%. Okay, so that means the area as the label of, as the percentage of the total surface area is going to be 79.5%. Right. Okay, now next question B. An empty cylindrical container has radius 0.45 meters. 300 liters of water is poured into the container at a rate of 375 milliliter per second. That means this is basically dV over dt. Okay, the what is that called? This is liter, this is volume, then per time. Okay, so now first part, find the time taken in minutes and seconds for all the water to be poured into the container. Now you see here, we know that, right, this 300 liters of water is going to pour into the container, right, with the rate of 375 millimeter per second. Means that every second you only can pour into the container for 375 milliliters, and now you have 300 liters. Okay, so which means now I have to write down 300 liters, I convert to milliliters. So we know that 1 liter is 1000 milliliter. Okay, that means now 300 liters, it will be 300 times 1000 ml. Therefore, you will be getting this much ml. Okay, this is the volume. Now, you have to divide by 375 because per second it will just 375. Therefore, the time equals to 300,000. This is basically 300,000 over 375. Then this is going to be this is going to be 800 over 800. Okay, I would say it's 800. Then now I need to get, let me check. Okay, 300,000. Yeah, this is 800 seconds because here is mentioned per second. And now I need to convert to minutes. That means 1 minute has 60 seconds. Alright, so now this value I have to divide by 60. So when you divide by 60, that is 13 minutes and 20 seconds. So that's the timing in minutes and seconds. So here I get 13 minutes and 20 seconds. Alright, so now part 2, calculate the height of the water in the container. So the volume is given, right? Therefore, my volume, because now when you look at this is a cylinder. So volume for cylinder is pi r square h. This is my h. And now you need to find out what is your h now. Okay? And then the r is 0.45. Then from here, I know that v equals to pi r square h. So now my v is, because this is meter, right? So I need to find out what is my meter. So I need to find out my volume in meter. So I know that 1 liter equals to 1000 centimeter cube. Alright, so now when you change the centimeter cube to meters, 1 meter is 100 centimeter. So I will just write here, 1 meter is 100 centimeter. Now I need to get centimeter cube, means that 1 meter cube, it will be 100 centimeter times 100 centimeter times 100 centimeter. That means this is going to be 10 power 6, right? You can just add on here. Now, you have 300 liters. So, 300 liters, it will be same as 300, okay, times. Now, I need to get centimeter. You see, 1 liter is 1000 centimeter cube. So now 1 meter cube will be this much. That means, in general, I will say, okay, so I will write this first. So I will say my 1 liter is basically 1000 meter cube over this much. So this is going to be okay, now here I have to erase this one. I shouldn't write centimeter cube. Once I divide, I already changed to meter cube. Okay, I already changed to meter cube. That means here it should be meter cube. So now when you cancel off the terms, cancel the 3 zeros. When you cancel the 3 zeros here, right, I still have 1 over 1000 meter cube. So therefore, my 300 liters, it will be 300 times 1 over 1000 meter cube. Therefore, this is going to be, okay, you cancel the double zero, I will get 3 over 10, which is 0.3 meter cube. Then now, my h, right, I have to find out what is my h. So, use this formula, v is pi r square h. So, means that now, I will just rewrite, okay, so v is pi r square h. So to get my h, it will be v over pi r squared. Now my v is 0.3 meter cube. Okay, over pi is 3.142. Then the r, it will be based on the diagram 0.45 meters. So now I will just write 0.45 squared. Then at last you will be getting 0.472 meters. Okay, so that is my h in meters. So it means that you need to do the units conversion before you solve this question. Cannot just direct take 300 liters for the calculation. Alright, now next question, number 6. A sequence has nth term n over 2n plus 3. First part, find the first 3 terms of this sequence. First 3 terms means that when n equals to 1, so I will get 1 over 2 brackets 1 plus 3, which is 1 over 5. So that is my first term. Then my second term is u2, which is 2 over 2 brackets 2 plus 3. That means I will be getting 2 over 7. That is my second term. And then my third term is u3. So u3 is 3 over 2 brackets 3 plus 3. Therefore, you will be getting 3 over 9. This 3 over 9 is my third term. Okay, so these are my first three terms of this sequence. Now, part 2, the kth term of this sequence is 12 over 25. Find the value of k. Okay, so your u term, your n term is n over 2n plus 3. So now it's mentioned k term, so means that uk is 12 over 25. So now just replace the k by n. That means you will get 12 over 25 equals to k over 2k plus 3. Now to get the k, I will just cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, alright, I will be getting 12 times 2k plus 3 equals to 25k. And now you do expansion, the left hand side will be 24k plus 36, then right hand side is 25k. So to get the k value, just move the 25k to the left side and remain the 36 on the right side. Okay, so 25k minus 24k equals to 36, which means 25k minus 24k is 1k. So I'm getting k is 36. So that's the solution of this question. Now B, find the nth term of each sequence. So the first part, 6, so first term is 6, second term is 13, third term is 32. Okay, so from here, if 6 to 13, we will know that it is plus 7. But then when you plus 7 to 13, you won't get 72. You won't get 32. So from here, what I need to know is, this is the position 1. Okay, this is the position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the plus 7 does not work here, the plus 7. So now, so then you look at here. If it is 1, I get 6. If 2, I get 13. Okay, so from here, probably I know that from 1 to get 6, it must be plus 5. Okay, and the position itself. So then for the next one, if I write 2 plus 5, it is only 7, so it's not enough. So what I need to do is, I know that, right, this 13 is basically 8 plus 5. Okay, so 8 is 2 cubed. Then this 32, I will say that it is plus 5. So if I write 2, it is not enough, because 32 is 27 plus 5. Okay, so to get 27, alright, so mistake, it is not 2. So it will follow the position here. See, position is 2, here is 2. Position is 3, then I should consider 3. So 27 is 3 cubed. Alright, that means I know that the next one is going to be 4 cubed plus 5. So you can check. 4 cubed is 64. 64 plus 5 is 69, and so on. That means in general, alright, my un, so the base is following the position. So this is first term. Therefore, 1. So if un, that means n degree 3, then always plus 5. So this is my n term. Alright, so done for this part. Now for part 2, 100 drop to 50, then drop to 25, drop to 12.5, drop to 6.25. So I know that all of this you divide by 2. Okay, it will be half of the previous value. So then, so since this is decreases by, by half, right? Or you can say that it is just divided by 2. So this is the geometric progression. Your A is 100, then the R equals to 50 over 100, which is half. So now my UN formula is AR to the power of n minus 1, which means this is 100 times half to the power of n minus 1. So this is my UN. Alright, so now let's move on to question number 7. The diagram shows the straight routes between tau A, B, and C. AC is 60, is given here, 60 kilometers. CB is 87 kilometers, and B is due east to A. Alright, it's on the east. Now the bearing of C from A is 030 degrees. Now A, show that the angle ACB, so ACB here, is 95.1 degrees correct to 1 decimal place. Alright, so now from here, to get that angle, I need to use the sine rule. Okay, but before sine rule, I need to know what is my angle CAB, because I'm given the opposite side as 87. Alright, so now my angle CAB, how do I get this angle CAB? Refer to this right angle triangle, which is 90 degrees minus 38 degrees. So here you will get 90 minus 38 degrees. That is going to be 52 degrees. So I know that here is 52 degrees. Okay, and then I need to find out the angle ACB. But before ACB, now, when you look at the triangle, opposite side of 52 degrees is 87. So now you are given 60 kilometers, the AC. So I will be finding the angle ABC, which is the opposite side of 60 km. So after I have found this red angle, then only I will find the angle ACB. Okay, so that's the idea. So which means now my working is sine rule. From the sine rule, 60 kilometers, sorry, 60 kilometers, so I just write 60 over sine angle ABC equals to 87 over sine 52 degrees. Okay, so now to get the sine angle, I move up. This whole term, I move to the other side, becomes divide. So it means that I will be getting sine angle ABC equals to 60 times sine 52 degrees over 87. Then from here, you will be getting 0.5435. Hence, your angle ABC equals to inverse sine of this value. That is going to be 32.9 degrees. Okay, so once I found this as 32.9 degrees, then to get the ACB, you just use 180 minus these two angles. So now my angle ACB equals to 180 minus 52 and 32.9. So this is going to be 95.1 degrees. So we have shown the angle ACB. Okay, part B. Without stopping, a car travels from A to C, then to B. Okay, from A to B, from A to C. From A to C, then to B, before returning to A. Okay, now, the total time taken for the journey is 3 hours and 20 minutes. Calculate the average speed of the car for this journey. Give your answer in kilometers per hour. Alright, so now we need to find out the distance. That means now I need to find out what is my AB, because you are given two distances, AC and CB, but the AB is not known. So the AB can be found using the sine rule, because we already found all the angles, right? So now here I will just write AB, this side, over the angle ABC, over the sine angle ABC, equals to 87 over sine 52. So you can use any two sides as long as you find the AB. So I will write here AB over sine 95.1 degrees equals to 87 over sine 52 degrees. Therefore, my AB, I will just move up my sine 95.1 degrees. So this is going to be 87 over sine 52 degrees times sine 95.1 degrees. Then you will be getting 109.9675. So I give more decimal places here because this is not my final answer. It's just the working. Okay, this is in kilometers. So now I will need to get the average speed. So the average speed is basically total distances. So now I have to calculate the total of these three distances. So therefore from here, total distances or total distance, I will say total distance equals to 60 plus 87 plus 109.9675 kilometers. It will be 256.9675 kilometers. Okay, and then the total time is 3 hours and 20 minutes. So now I will change the minutes to hours because the question asking for kilometers per hour. So the time right here, time equals to 3 hours and 20 minutes. So for the 20 minutes, I will write, because we know that 1 hour is 60 minutes, right? So that means now from minute change to hour, you divide. So it will be 20 over 60 hour. So this is 3 and 1/3. So you can just write it in the improper fraction, that is 10 over 3 hour. Alright, 10 over 3 hours. So now to get the average speed, that will be the total distance over total time. So average speed, that is total distance over total time. So I will get 256.9675 over 10 over 3. Okay, then from here, this is in kilometers, then the time is in hour. Then I will be getting 77.1 kilometer per hour. So that is my solution of this question. Okay, so we have done this question. Let's move on to the next question. Now, next question, it's A. First part, show that the equation can be written in this form. So obviously, you just do the expansion, right? So y equals to x minus 4, multiply with x plus 1, multiply with x minus 2. So first of all, I will multiply the last two factors. So just do expansion, multiply 1 by 1. I will be getting x minus 4 remains. So x times x is x squared. X times minus 2, I get negative 2x. Then 1 times x is 1x. 1 times minus 2 is minus 2. Then I'll simplify first before we do the next expansion. So now, instead of 4 terms in the second bracket, you will simplify it into x squared minus x plus minus 2. And now, again, do expansion. X multiply with all the terms inside the second bracket and followed by minus 4 multiplied with the second bracket. Then from here, I will be getting x cubed minus x squared minus 2x. And then the minus 4 multiplied with x squared will be minus 4x squared. Then plus 4x plus 8. And now when you simplify, it will be x cubed. Now from here, you see minus x squared minus 4x squared. It will be minus 5x squared. Okay, then the next term is minus 2x plus 4x, it will be plus 2x, then followed by plus 8. So that's your solution. Okay, so done for the expansion. Now, part 2, on the diagram, sketch a graph indicating the values where the graph crosses the axis. So when crosses the axis, just refer back to the original form and let the y be 0. So now, when y equals to 0 means 0 equals to multiplication of these three factors, which means each factor will be 0. So when the first factor be 0, x minus 4 be 0, that means your x is 4. Okay, then when the x plus 1 equals to 0, then your x is minus 1. And then lastly, x minus 2 equals to 0, your x is positive 2. So at this 3x, your y will be 0. And then we need to get one more calculation where x equals to 0. Your y will be, the first one is minus 4, second is 1, third is minus 2. That means I'm getting 8. So now, I have to mark all these points on the diagram. So let's say, okay, here is minus 1, 8. Let's say, for example, okay, now I use 2 centimeters, 2, 4. Here 2, minus 2, minus 4. Then 2, 4, 6, 8. Now, when y equals to 0, I get x equals to 4, x equals to minus 1 in the middle, then x equals to 2. And then when x equals to 0, where y is 8. Now, for your information, since we have expanded and show this quadratic, the cubic function, and the positive, you see here, for the coefficient for x squared, it is 1, positive 1. That means the shape will be like this. Alright, so I will just join all the points and sketch a graph. So, and then it will be symmetrical. Look at here. Here. Okay, maybe I just enlarge the scale because it's too small for the left hand, for the axis. Then it's quite tough for me to draw the graph. So let's say here is 2, this is 4, and then here is 2, minus 2. So the minus 1 is in the middle. Alright, so now when I draw, it should be following this shape. So it will be right. So here will be 3 because it is symmetrical. So maybe I just redraw this part. It's just a bit my 4. Okay, this is my graph. Here is 4. Right? Then, now, this one should be moving down. Okay, so this is my graph. Okay, so this is the graph. So here, just label y equals to x cubed minus 5x squared plus 2x plus 8. Alright, so that's all for this graph. Now, part B, the graph of this cubic function has two tangents with the gradients of 10. Find the equations of these two tangents. You must show all your working and give your answer in this form. Right, so whenever you see tangent, that means the dy dx. The gradients of tangent is dy dx. That means the gradient is 10. So which means I need to differentiate. So when you differentiate, left side is dy dx. Then right hand side, when you differentiate x cubed, the answer is 3x squared. Then now minus 5x squared. Okay, so when you differentiate this, basically you are using this formula, cxn. So the n will be moved down. So cn x degree n minus 1. So when you move down the 2 and combine with minus 5, that is minus 10 x degree 1, because you keep minusing 1 degree from the original degree. Then the 2x becomes plus 2. And now it's given gradient is 10. So dy dx equals to 10, which means 3x squared minus 10x plus 2 equals to 10. Okay, then from here, rearrange this or just move the 10 to the other side, you will be getting 3x squared minus 10x plus 2 minus 10 equals to 0. And when you simplify this, this is going to be 3x squared minus 10x minus 8 equals to 0. And now you factorize this. This will be 3x and x. So look at the sign here. This is minus times plus, it will be minus. So I need to have these two symbols in my factorization. And to get 8, it will be 4 times 2 or 2 times 4, alright? Or 8 times 1. So now to get minus 10, I will have to write minus 4 here, so that I will get minus 12x. Then this is 2. So you plus 2x. So the middle one will be minus 10x. Then the first term, when you multiply, 3x squared. And the last term, the last column, when you multiply, you get minus 8. Okay, so now my factorization, you use cross multiplication. So just cross multiply. That means you will be getting x minus 4 as the first factor, and the second factor is 3x plus 2. Okay, now I will get 2x values, because we need to form 2 tangent lines, right? Therefore you must get 2x, and hence you get 2 points. So my x will be 4, or x equals to negative 2 over 3. So when my x equals to 4, my y, you need to calculate. Okay, substitute back into this expression, x cubed minus 5x squared. So direct replace x cubed minus 5x squared plus 2x plus 8. So plus 2x plus 8. Then this is going to be 0. So another point is when x equals to negative 2 over 3. So your y is negative 2 over 3 cubed minus 5 times negative 2 over 3 plus 2 times negative 2 over 3 plus 8. Then here you will be getting 112 over 27. Okay, now we have found 2 points. Okay, that means points equals to 40 and negative 2 over 3, 112 over 27. So these are the 2 points. And now it's mentioned that the gradient will be 10. Okay, and you need to get y equals to mx plus c. So now here I will write equation of tangents. Our straight line formula is y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. Okay, so for the first point, so point 40, I will write y minus 0 equals to the m is 10, x minus 4. Then from here, my y equals to 10x minus 40. That is my first line. And then for my point, negative 2 over 3, 112 over 27, my y minus 112 over 27 equals to the m is 10, x minus 2 over 3. Then here you will get y equals to, here you do expansion, I'll get 10x, minus minus is a plus, so 10 times 2 over 3 will be 20 over 3. Then the minus of 112 over 27 move to the other side becomes plus. So here I will get plus 112 over 27. So at last, you will be getting 10x plus 292 over 27. So that is your y. Okay, so that's all for this solution. Okay, next question number 9, simplify the first part. So whenever you have another degree outside, you can just bring it in. Let's say a to the power of m, then degree n outside. So it will be a to the power of n, just times. So here I will bring in the degree. This is 3 power 3, x squared with degree 3, y degree 4 with another degree 3. So 3 cubed is 27. So 2 times 3, 6. Then 4 times 3, 12. So this is your solution. Now for part 2 is the same. The power negative, you just bring it in. Okay, if you don't want to bring it in, I don't want to bring in so fast, so I will have this formula. A power negative 1, it is same as 1 over a, or let's say here 2. Alright, so or probably I just write in general minus m. It will be a power minus 1 to the power of m. So it will be 1 over a first. Right, so because of the minus, I take 1 over. So when you take 1 over 16 divided by that, it will be x power 16, 8, y power 8 over 16, 3 over 2. Because of the minus, I take 1 over. Right, so then from here, I will bring it in the power. So it becomes x power 16 to the power of 3 over 2. Then y to the power of 8 with the power of 3 over 2. Then the 16 also with the power of 3 over 2. Okay, then from here, when you simplify, the 16 divided by 2 is 8. Okay, this simplified becomes 4. Now, what we do here is, I will just say x to the power of 8 times 3, 24. Then y to the power of 4 times 3, 12. This 16 is basically 4 squared. Okay, so I will say I don't want to write 16 here. I just change to 4 squared so that I can simplify. So now the square and the half will be cancelled off. So I get 4 cubed. 4 cubed is basically 64. So that is my solution. Okay, part B, first part, factorize. So for the factorization, I have one formula. A squared minus b squared is a minus b times a plus b. So I'm going to use this because the 9 can be expressed as 3 squared. Then this is x squared minus 3 squared. And now your x is a, the b is 3. So it will be x minus 3 times x plus 3. That will be my factorization. For question number 2, right, numerator you have x squared minus 9. Therefore, you can just change to x minus 3 times x plus 3 over, for the denominator, I notice that, okay, here you have 2y. So I can factorize 2y from 6y. And then for the third and fourth term, I can factorize 5. Okay, so now from here, I will get 2y. The y is in common. 2y bracket x minus 3. This one from the first 2 terms. And then the last 2 terms, I can factorize a 5. So you get x minus 3 as well. Now, when you look at here, x minus 3 is in common. That means we can factorize the x minus 3 from the denominator. So numerator, just copy first. Then now, the remaining term will be 2y plus 5. Okay, so here I will write 2y plus 5. And now from here, the x minus 3 can be cancelled off. At last, you will be getting x plus 3 over 2y plus 5. So that's your solution. Okay, now next question. C. Solve the simultaneous equations. You must show all your working and give your answer correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, so now 2x plus y equals to 7. Y equals to 5x squared plus 2x minus 13. So now, from here, I will say y is 7 minus 2x. This is my first equation and second equation. I will just substitute first into second equation. So left hand side 7 minus x, right hand side just copy the quadratic function. And then now all the terms will be moved to right side. So I will be getting 5x squared plus 2x. The minus 2x move to right side becomes plus 2x. Then minus 13. The plus 7 move to right side minus 7 equals to 0. Then here I will get 5x squared. 2x plus 2x is 4x. Minus 13 minus 7 is minus 20. Okay, then now, because from the question is mentioned 2 decimal places for the answer. That means now I need to solve this using quadratic formula. So the formula ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Then the x is found using quadratic formula, which is minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So this is the quadratic formula. Right. So now I will write down my a, b, c first, the coefficients for all the terms. My a is 5. My b is 4. And then my c is negative 20. So now my x is going to be minus b, means minus 4, plus minus square root of b squared, 4 squared minus 4, a is 5, c is negative 20. Then over 2a. Then now you will get minus 4 plus minus 4 squared times minus 4 times 5 times negative 20. That is going to be 416. Then over 10. And now, when you calculate the negative value, so that will be minus 4 minus square root 416 over 10. Another one is minus 4 plus square root 416 over 10. So here I get 2x. And in the question is mentioned correct to 2 decimal places. So now make sure to round up to 2 decimal places. Then you will get negative 2.44 and 1.64. So here I will write down first negative 2.44 and 1.64. And now we need to get the y. So what to do? Just substitute into first or second equation. So I will substitute into first equation because it is easier to calculate. So now I will continue over here from first equation. Okay, when my x equals to negative 2.44, my y is 7 minus 2x. So 7 minus 2 of negative 2.44. That means you will be getting 11.88. Okay, so now I fill up first. 11.88. So when the x equals to 1.64, your y is 7 minus 2x. So this is going to be 3.72. So you just calculate the value. Okay, so that's all for this solution. Okay, now next question number 10a. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is a cuboid with square base x centimeters. CG is 20, CG, wait, CG is 20 and AG is 28. So this is 28 centimeters. Calculate the value of X. Okay, now to get the X, right, since you are given AG and GC, so just join these two lines, and here is 90 degrees because the ABCD is the base. Alright, so when it is a right angle triangle, then we can solve the AC using the Pythagoras theorem. So I will write AG squared equals to GC squared plus AC squared. So this is the Pythagoras theorem. So now my AG is 28. So means that 28 squared. GC is given, which is 20, then plus AC squared. Which means now, okay, what is my AC? My AC is basically here. Okay, here. This is again 90 degrees. So it is the Pythagoras theorem. This is the hypotenuse, right? So basically my AC is x squared plus x squared. Now look at here, comma, AC squared equals to AB squared plus BC squared, which is x squared plus x squared. Okay, so which is 2x squared. So now I will just replace. So that means this AC squared I will just change to 2x squared. Alright, so now I move this 20 squared to the other side. I rewrite the 2x squared first. It will be 28 squared minus 20 squared. So here is going to be 384 equals to my 2x squared. And now my x squared I divide by 2 because you need to find the x. So when I divide by 2, x squared will be 192. Okay, therefore my x is, because now I know that my x is the length of the sides, right? It will not be negative. So even though it is squared, we just take positive square root. Then this is 8 square root 3. You can leave it in this form, or you just round up to 3 significant figures. So that's your x value, 13.9. Okay, now next question B. The diagram shows a different cuboid. Okay, MR is 30, so MR is 30. KR is 37, so this is 37. And then correct to the nearest centimeters for both. Now calculate the lower bound of the angle between KR. So where is the KR? Between KR, this line, and the base, JKLM. Okay, the base is here. So obviously, the angle is, right, the angle will be at R, okay, because R connected, the RK connected to the base. Therefore, now your angle is basically RKM. Okay, because from the R, you draw down the line up to the base, and then this point must join together. So that means this is your angle. Alright, and here is 90 degrees. So I will draw the triangle of RMK. Right, so I draw RMK, and this is the angle. So this is K, this is R, this is M. Right, and RM is 30, KR is 37. So now you need to find out what is this lower bound. Okay, so for your information, because the MR30 is not the actual value, right? So I shouldn't write 37 and 30. That is the rounded off value. So now my MR, it is 30 centimeters. That means right here, I write 30 centimeters. Then KR is 37 centimeters, but both rounded off to nearest centimeters. So this nearest centimeter. So for my lower bound, alright, so MR, the length will be now, because of nearest centimeters means that the actual value, the lower bound will be in 1 decimal place, alright. So then you have to minus 0.5. Alright, so I shouldn't write MR like that. I will just write in a nicer way. My MR will be 30, then here in between. Now the lower bound you have to minus 0.5 from 30, which is 29.5. Then the upper bound you have to plus 0.5, which is 30.5, but it is less than that, not inclusive. Then for the KR, okay, it is 37, and again nearest centimeters. So you minus 0.5 from 37, which is 36.5 and 37.5. Okay, now for this, to get the angle, so the angle is basically the angle, right, angle between KR and the base is angle RKM. Right, so now I have MR and KR. So this is opposite side and the KR is the hypotenuse. Therefore, opposite and hypotenuse, there is sine. So I will write sine angle RKM equals to MR over KR. So then lower bound of sine angle RKM equals to, right, or I will say, I will just move, okay, so I will write this first. So I will write angle RKM is inverse sine. That will be better. Inverse sine MR over KR. Alright, so now my lower bound of the angle RKM equals to inverse sine. When this is division, means that it will be lower bound of MR divided by upper bound of KR. Okay, when division, you must use this way. So if you find the lower bound, then it will be lower bound over upper bound. Otherwise, upper bound will be upper bound over lower bound. So now, lower bound of MR refer to the interval that I have formed just now. So MR lower bound, it is 29.5. Upper bound for KR, 37.5. Right, so you will get 29.5 over 37.5. Then from here, you will be getting 51.9 degrees. Okay, that is your lower bound of the angle. Okay, so we have done the whole paper and it comes to the end of the video. Alright, please like this video and share this channel to your friends if you enjoy watching my videos. Alright, and also stay tuned for more upcoming videos. Thank you. Bye.